two things I gotta rehang eventually, and they're two council tools, believe it or not. As you can see, this one's 5 pounds. This one was 3.5, and you can see that this one's heavy. Not the thickest profile, but we'll split with it anyway. This one, really terrible edge I put on it. It's not good for anything. It's not a good splitter. I mean, actually, I could use this for kindling, but check out the shelf I left on this bad boy. I hope you can see it. Excuse me, I have pneumonia. Sorry, I'm having an asthma attack, not pneumonia. This one also has a shelf, but I didn't do this. You can see there was paint on this handle. I took it off, and then I was trying to take the paint off the head, but I just gave up. I hate paint, guys. I hate having to take it off. What do you guys think from the 80s, this thing? It has a convex high center line, convexed, but it's not like crazy or anything. If you guys don't know what a center line is, it's just the center of the cheek of the bit being a little higher than the edges. So it kind of like sticks less surface area to grab onto the wood. And the other one is really crappy, but we're gonna split some wood with these. First we'll try the light one. Oh wow, that handle is really loose. Oh yeah, before I do any swinging, look at the difference in my swells. So this is where I was always not happy with my shaping. Now this is a reshaped handle, so I might have not had a ton to work with, but I mean, look at the huge difference in the sweep and also the gradual taper. Hope you guys can see. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I can't really see what's going on the screen. It's a really small screen and the sunlight is in it, so I can't really tell. There's no sweep really. There's no gradual sweep, and it just leaves a lot to be desired. The handle's kind of thin though, at least. Not super thin, but thin enough. Yeah, so that's kind of like my progression. I went from reshaping house handles to making my own, and even when I was reshaping, I just couldn't make a good axe handle palm swell. But I'll tell you some good advice. That sweep, that gradual up sweep, it just needs to be where your hand is. So wherever your hand stops, that's where you start that sweep. I mean, really, it's not in that curve very much at all. It's not like right here. If you started your gradual taper up here, it would be terrible. It would be way too thick. Even this might be a little too thick. I could have started later. So that just goes to show you. Still not like the best handle shaper, but I do know what I want. I just don't execute, I guess, sometimes. Yeah, let's do a little splitting. This might be cottonwood, I just don't know. Whoa, that was a huge overstrike. I keep forgetting to do the flick. There we go. Pretty easy wood to split if this crappy axe is doing it. Yeah, that was a really bad overstrike. Let's pull up the pants. Pull down the shirt so your fat belly is not exposed. I'm actually a belly dancer. I just don't do dancing. I'm a belly dancer, but I quit dancing. So I'm just a belly. I was trying to kind of go light on it. Oh wow, that's sticky. Oh, that was a big miss. Man, this is so sticky. I'll go in from at an angle. Look at this, guys. Let me show you something. Why do I hate paint? Let me show you why I hate paint. it doesn't stay on the axe. And if you're cooking with your firewood, do you really want paint on it? I mean, regardless what you're doing with it, you really want paint on that, especially if you're burning it. If you're a woodworker and you're splitting little pieces of wood, well, short pieces of wood with an axe to do something with them, maybe it doesn't matter as much. You know, you could just remove it with a hand plane or whatever. But still nasty. You still use those shavings for firewood sometimes. It's just not necessary to burn an extra chemical you're just not sure about. This hurts. I don't like this handle one bit. Oh wow. That hurt a lot. That was very painful. I guess we'll try the other axe. I do have another axe out here actually. Let's try the American axe, just so you can get another look at a palm swell. This one's an older one. You tell me, how did I do on this one compared to that Crafts? This is the Craftsman double oval. I showed you that before. And this is the American axe on top. I think it's easier to see from the back. What do you guys think? Anyway, let's do a little splitting with the American axe. One of my favorites. Not the best profile in the world for splitting, but way better than the other ones I have out here. Let's see how bad it's stuck. Yeah, see, so much better. And that council tool, that 5-pounder, it's heavier. Half-pound heavier. So you might think I need a heavier axe to split, but look at that profile. It's probably the most important part of it. If you want to work efficiently and not tire yourself out, because getting that axe unstuck, pushing it, pulling it, it gets you tired, trust me. It's one of the big inefficiencies of using axes. Okay, so I slammed it in the middle. Let's see how bad this is. Not the best, but not the worst as well. I've found that softer woods really grab onto your axe and they don't let it go. Unless there's a knot in a really hard wood, it usually kind of releases pretty nice with a nice thick profile. But when it's something like this, which might be cottonwood, I just don't know, really grabs it. Man, I keep going right into the dirt. You guys might see me put my axe in the dirt. I don't mind too much because there's no rocks around here really. I've never damaged an axe edge considerably, but if I was somewhere else, I'd probably be a lot more careful. All right, there we go. That's a good boy. He saw death coming around the corner like Tupac, and he got out of there. Except Tupac didn't get out of there. What was he thinking? Come on, Pac. All right, let's do another demonstration. Hey, where is my wood? Here it is. So, I love riving wood, guys. And I was just watching a video about riving wood, and his definition was basically splitting wood with control, and I like that definition a lot. I think that's pretty much exactly how I view riving. Here's a little cudgel, or like a little, you know, I forget what they call other words for them, but cudgel's something I've heard. And here's a froe, the best tool a river can ever find, a cleaver, whatever you want to call them, people that split wood with control. The greatest tool you could ever come across for controlling the split. I love the froe. And look how long the handle is, and that's for a reason. That's because I wanted more leverage, and I got it. I got so much leverage that I bent this motherfucker. I don't know if you guys could see, but it's a little bent. I just bent it back. It's cracked. Cracked right here. Cracked right there. I bought this on eBay for really cheap. This was like 2 years ago. I bought it for real cheap, and it had paint all over it, covering the cracks. That's what they'll do to you. Don't put it behind them, okay? This is why buying in person is superior in every way. You can also test the steel in person, but for a froe, it doesn't matter as much. You can see this edge is all fucked up because I actually sharpened it. That's a mistake. You don't want to sharpen a froe too much. Doesn't need to be sharp. So this side has a tiny bit more mass. So we're going to go a little bit more towards that side. Okay. And once I get it set in, that's where the controlling the split part comes. Okay, so I favored it, and you can see it's favoring that side. So I'm going to pull this side towards me because I think it's going to run out towards there. All right. Hope you guys can see all this. You can see the crack forming. It does kind of look like it's might veer off that way. Now, I probably went a little too far with thinking this was more mass. You see how it's a tiny bit thicker? So we're gonna pull towards the bigger end. All right. And now, if you don't have a riving brake, you can kind of go like this. Kind of put your, let me show you. Put your foot on it, lean it forward, and then yeah, and then you go to work. You pull towards yourself, and if you want more leverage, you go upwards a little bit. Let's see if we can do this. There's different ways to, oh, it ran out. Oh no, it didn't. That was just the bark. So you see this perfect piece of wood for a stake. I mean, it pretty much stayed exactly on the line. If you could see, it is a little smaller on this side, but it's perfect. And this is how I was making all those stakes. I was just riving the wood real quick. Look how quickly you can make a stake. I mean, you can make a mistake very quick too, but that was a terrible joke. I made a mistake there. Oh, we got a nice splinter. I heard Buck and Billy Ray say oak can give you an infection if you get that splinter. I'm not sure. It definitely hurts for a while if you can't get it out. Not that bad, but you know, you feel it a little. Anyway, I love riving, guys. I love it so much. It's the reason why I got a ton of axe handle billets out of riving a big log of white oak and all the other different. I even used it for the ash for these. So this was ash, and it was only 7-8 inch diameter, and I got a bunch of billets out of it, which might not be possible without a froe. So definitely something to look out for, a froe. They're expensive even in person. Can't really find a froe for too cheap. People know that they're valuable, I think. I mean, I would imagine. Yeah, they're important. The froe is something, it's not archaic, you know. If you don't have a rip saw, that's the best way to do it. And also, you know, you also have strength from it. So, yeah, that's how that goes. He's just chewing on some wood. He's having a good time. Man, who doesn't love doggies? And you got to say doggy too. Hopefully that'll have, some lady will think I'm cute because I say doggy, and that, you know, that'll work out in my favor. I'll put her on my axe rack. What a dumbass I am. She's just an object to me, just another axe. No, I'm a nice boy. I'm like, remember LL Cool J? I'm the original ladies love cool Jonestown. You ever learn about Jonestown? Fucking terrible. Jim Jones tricked a bunch of people that had civil rights disputes with America. You know, black people had a lot of issues back then, and he basically like convince them that we care about people, and it ended up being the least caring cult, like infamously of all time, pretty much. At least that is publicized a lot. I wish I could get that splinter out. It doesn't hurt. It's not inside. It's just on the skin layer. Anyway, love this little boy. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Oh, where you going? Where you go? Where you going? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. What are you doing? God damn, aren't dogs the best? Just innocence and fun and adventure, curiosity. It's like keeping a child forever. Okay, let's see if we can get this boy to. Before I leave you guys, let's see if we can get him to catch a ball. We gotta zoom out. Listen, guys, this is not the best camera in the world, alright? Alright, let's see what we got here. I have no idea what we got. Hey, Coop. Hey, bud. Oh, you know what I'm going for? Look at this. What's that? What's that? Hey. I hope you guys got that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm the least ethical of acts, guys. I put that there. It was a big joke. I'm actually a buffoon and a con artist, and I rip everyone off, and I kill. I murder. Sorry. Thanks.